Hello, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to give it just a few more seconds before I get started because I am funneling a few people over from the good old Facebook. So while they are parlaying and taking their time, I'm going to give them just a moment and then we'll go ahead and get started. Because, like I always say, time waits for no man or woman. So I hope everybody is having a fantastic week. Like we are leading up. This year is nearly done. What have you guys been up to? Oh my gosh, I feel like we have so much to discuss, so much to talk about. You guys know today is the day for the giveaway. Hey, today is the giveaway day. So let me know in the comments if you register for the giveaway or if you let the time pass right on by you. That's what I want to know. Did you register for the giveaway? Because if you didn't register for the giveaway, my darling, you are out of luck because the doors of the church have closed. And let me know if you can hear me okay. Also, put a 1 in the comment. Hey. Put a 1 in the comment if you can, in the comment box, if you can hear me. We have a couple people in here. They're making it on in, you guys. Yes. All right, so I'm glad you guys can hear me. I didn't know if I need to switch my mic out or not because I got this new mic and I really love it. But I'm like, if I don't need it, we ain't even going to hook it up today. Okay. All right, so we got a couple people that can hear me. We are ready to go. All right, so first things first, let's hop right on into it. So you guys know that we are at the end of the year. Can you believe we're at the end of the year? Oh my gosh, like I'm so excited about 2024 being out of here because 2024 was a bit disrespectful, not just to me, but to other people as well. So with that being said, we have a lot to unpack tonight. I got my little handy dandy notebook on here because y'all know I love a good note. And also, let me see what else I want to make sure I tell you guys before I hop right on into it. Okay, so for those of you that are just joining me, I do have a freebie for you guys if you hang out with me throughout the duration of this recording. And also, you need to stick around anyway because I got good information to share with you. 1, and then 2, we have a giveaway. So if you register, you definitely want to be in the building because if you're not here and I call your name, guess what? You don't win because you have to be present to win. All right. So number 1, let's hop right on into it. Personal branding and why it will matter much differently or in a different light in 2025. Well. You guys know that we have been on this journey trying to get all of our things out there, get our face seen, get our emails read and all the things and our text messages, and we have been bombarded. The last couple of weeks, I don't know about your inbox, but my inbox is absolutely flooded. It's people that have reached out to me for services and I missed them because I had all of those messages in my inbox from people that are just trying to make that last minute push to get the last minute thing sold so that they can hit their numbers for the year. But my darling, you do not have to stress yourself out. We're not doing that in 2025. Okay. We're going to do things differently. We're going to play the game a whole lot differently because we saw what worked this year. We saw what didn't work last year, the year before that. And so we don't want to take that into 2025. So I have something that I think you guys will absolutely love that will help you to kind of get your 2025 going in the right direction and also help you to maintain that momentum because right now a lot of people, like I said, either you're in 2 spaces, right? Either 1, you're excited about this new year, you're excited about the new things that are going to be happening in your business, your life, if you planned, or 2, you're burned out, you're tired, and you just need a break. You're in 1 or 2 of those spaces and places. And I can tell you this, I am so glad Dr. Quayle is here. First of all, Dr. Quayle has an amazing book. And if you have not heard of that book, travel on down to my Facebook page. I posted a copy of my of the book on the page, and I'm so excited about it because I love the book, absolutely love it. And it's for women of color, Black women, because we get burned out, we get tired, and we get exhausted, and we get to the place where we need to rest, and we don't always prioritize our rest. So if you have not heard of Dr. Quaylee and her book, please go ahead and grab it on Amazon. It is called The Ultimate Self-Love Guide for Black Women. Well, let me tell you something. First of all, I was blown away because there are so few. Oh, you're so welcome. There are so few books out there, and I do a lot of reading, and I do a lot of listening on my Audible. I actually got some type of membership when I worked for one of my other corporate jobs where I get all of my credits at one time of the year. So I get so excited when I get those because I can go get all the books that I want, and I don't have to wait till the next month to get my credit. So when I saw her book was on Audible, I was like, oh my gosh, let me grab it. Last week, and I don't know if you guys know about this, but I typically do a self-care day every single week, whether it's reading or relaxing, or I just don't follow up on emails and I take some time for me, right? Because working a 9 to 5 with a corporate position, I feel like it put me in a mindset of I always have to be busy, but I do not. And so when I decided to take my life back into my hands again, I found myself like, you know what? I don't want to be burnt out no more. I don't want to be tired anymore. I want to take time for me and do things for me and make me happy. So, with all that being said, the book was chef's kiss, okay? Because I feel like it touched on a lot of things that you don't hear, when you're listening to things that Black women go through. You don't hear this when you're going to a lot of these doctors and therapists and stuff, especially if they don't look like you. That's what I have found. And I have had a few therapists in my life that didn't look like me and they didn't understand me. So it felt so good to actually pick something up and listen to. I'm not alone in this. Like, I'm not the only one that feels like this, and I'm not the only one that has dealt with burnout. So burnout is a real thing. So all of that, like this, everything that's kind of plays, and I tell you all the time, like everything works out the way it's supposed to work out. I'm so glad I got the book. I think I finished that book in the same day. It was so good. Like, I got to go back and listen to it again because I was so excited about hearing that book. Like, I had it on, and at first I was up doing stuff. I was like, no, let me sit down and like really listen and take this in. So I'm really glad that I did that, and I'm glad that I got the book. And thank you again, Dr. Quaylee, for making that book available to us. Also, this year we saw an increase in competition everywhere. I don't care what industry you are in, people came out of the woodwork to compete with you. And I saw a lot of it from the photography side. Oh, thank you so much. It really was a good book. And I will definitely give you a video testimonial review because I think that they are very important, especially when you're trying to build your brand and your business. So if I can do anything, like, seriously, let me know. And that goes for anybody that I've worked with. Please let me know if I can do anything to help you to enhance, build, get the word out about your brand. I 100% will do that without a doubt. But yeah, so we saw a lot of increased competition across all the industries. And for those of you that don't know everything about me and what I do, not only am I a luxury portrait photographer, I also speak, and I do a lot of things, on the corporate side as well. So with all of that being said, it's so easy to see a ton of competition anywhere you go. But one thing I can tell you guys, and one thing I have found, is that if you stay true to who you are and what you bring to the table, it really doesn't matter how many people around you, because you shouldn't see it as competition. You should see it as, okay, these are my people and we are in this thing together. And I know a lot of people, oh, thank you. A lot of people they see people in the same arena and they get to a place where they feel like, oh my gosh, like this is really, they're competing with me. And I've had people to steal my very words off of my campaign. So I look at it like this. You cannot replicate me. I can give you my clothes, baby. You can get this wig and these lashes and this hair and this good MAC makeup, but you can't replicate me. You cannot put me over there if I'm not there. So you do it your way. I'm going to do it my way. And everybody's going to win if you do what you're supposed to be doing. So anyway, I digress. But I just want to say the world has become so saturated with everybody doing everything. But what you have to think about going forward is how are you going to stand out? Have you thought about your plans for 2025? Have you sat down and thought about, how we have had a conversation about, authenticity? And what does that mean to you? Are you going to show up as your authentic self? Or because I was thinking, even myself, I was thinking this morning, I did this video and I hesitated to put it out because I'm like, what will people think? I'm not all dolled up and everything. I'm going out without my makeup. And because me and Cody, we go for a walk every morning. And so I was thinking about, am I going to be judged? And I thought about it. Girl, they going to judge you anyway. It really don't even matter. Just be you and your message will resonate with the right people. So I realized that, in this industry that I'm in, especially the luxury photography sector, I have to say it's a lot of women that I have to build up. I have to build up that momentum. I have to make them feel like they are worthy of the photo shoot because it's a whole lot more work than, you just paying for a session, right? It's mindset work, it's mental clarity, it's helping you to figure out, you know what, I deserve this. I should have a branding experience just for me. I deserve all of these nice things. I deserve to have this experience. And so it's a lot of groundwork behind the scenes. It's not just showing up for a photo shoot and paying your money. Like I tell people all the time, you don't realize how impactful it is until you get there and you start thinking like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. Not a lot in a bad way, but it's a lot mentally to think about. Like, how am I going to be perceived? How do I want to be perceived? What message am I giving with my images? I had a client once and she was like, I don't even know how we even got good images because I was so upset and all of this stuff. And she had a lot of personal stuff going on. However, the images turned out absolutely amazing. She was like, I just can't believe. She said, you're a master at what you do. I said, that's why I do what I do. I said, because I know my strengths and I know my abilities, and it does not matter how you're feeling on the inside. I can clear all of it up once you get into the studio with me, once we have a conversation. And so I like to let people know that, it's a process. It's not just showing up, you getting your hair and your makeup done and you feeling all cute because you got the food and we eating and we doing all the fun things and having a good time. It's more than that. Like it's a whole experience. And so that's why I'm so glad that somebody is going to win this Elevate Your Brand experience tonight. But just whoever you are, just go ahead and start journaling down what you want to do, who you want to be in this next phase of your business in your life. If you're ready for a transition, if you are ready to rebrand, if you're ready to take your brand to the next elevated level, like this is for you. So whether you win or not, I need you to be thinking about what you want to do, okay? Because there's still going to be an opportunity for you if you don't win. There's only one winner. Because like I said, this is a $10,000 experience. Now the Elevate Your Brand is not $10,000 yet, but it's going to be one day because I'm speaking that into existence. But for now, I decided to add a few things that would multiply the experience on top of what you already get. And so I think it's going to be really, really, really special for somebody. This is going to be a great Christmas gift for somebody, honey. I don't know who, but I'm excited for whoever it is that wins, okay? All right. So authentic personal brands will set leaders apart in 2025 because like I said, we saw all the fake stuff. We saw all the things that, people did right after the pandemic or during the pandemic. We saw all of that stuff, right? And we saw what didn't work. So I think going forward with authenticity, I think it's going to make a difference because I don't know if you guys follow the head of Instagram, but he has been talking a lot on authenticity and, doing reels and all of those things. And one thing keeps coming up. That's being authentic. Authentic will sell anything. If you go in there and say, you know what, I'm a real estate agent and I have this house and I'm just throwing this area out because, I live in this area. I have this house in Paradise Valley and I think it's absolutely amazing, and the mountains and the views and all of that stuff. If this lady goes in there and she's authentic about who she is, what she brings to the table, about how this house really is and how it will help you, because you have these children and they should be in this school district, because little Maddie, she needs a therapist for speech, and they have the best speech therapist at this school, and this school is a top A rating. They are going to sell that house 100%. So I look at that just like I look at anything else. Being authentic will help you to stand miles apart from people that are doing stuff just to get paid. Okay. All right. And 2025, here's what I think. And here's my little thought process. I don't think people are just going to be buying services anymore. I think they're going to be buying your stories, your experiences, definitely your trust, because it has to be that 3 thing, right? Know, like, and trust factor in order for people to buy from you, in order for people to experience what you have to offer. Because if they don't know you, like you, or trust you, they're not going to spend a dime with you, because not that they don't value your services, they don't see you for who you are. They haven't had a chance to see you for who you are, especially if you're not showing up as you. So I think everything is going to make a shift in 2025. We're already seeing it, honestly. If you think about it, we're seeing the shift, right? We're seeing how things change when you show up as who you are. Look at how the videos, and I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but I'm a big analytical girl and I love to see analytics, and I look at my numbers all the time. When I post on Instagram, when I post on LinkedIn, when I post on YouTube, this video is going to continue to get plays years and years and years and years down the line, right? If I post this video on Instagram, it's probably going to last for maybe 2 hours. I mean, people will still be able to see it if they go to my page, or unless it went viral, or unless it's a catchy song and a lot of people, they are engaged with that song, or whatever the algorithm they have set on their particular Instagram, if it keeps bringing it up, right? But Facebook is, to me, and the way that I've seen it, the algorithm is much shorter. I mean, the lifespan on these videos are not lasting as long. And so I urge you guys, if you are going to put anything out in video form, YouTube is the place to be. Because Instagram, if they feel that the video is not going to get as many views, and they've started this little trial thing, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about Instagram, but what I will tell you is to look out for the changes that are being made on each platform. And I know typically I deep dive and things like this on my Elevated Brand podcast. Make sure you go sign up for Let's Talk if you haven't. But I think with the way they are shifting everything, it's going to cost you, the end user. Now, obviously, they want you to keep creating things and making you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm showing this to everybody, but that's not true. Now they have this option. Yes, YouTube is the way to go, for sure. Because think about whatever you wanted to learn about a year ago, right? Where did you go? You went to YouTube. That video wasn't just made because you asked for it. That video was made months or years previous, and you just happened to say, oh, well, maybe I need to learn how to do this, and maybe I need to learn how to do that. It ended up shifting to the point where, okay, now you can use this and watch this video for years and years and years to come. So the way they are changing things and making the shift on these different platforms, look how everybody went crazy yesterday because Instagram and Facebook were down, and Threads and stuff were down. Like, everything in the Meta platform was down yesterday. Everybody lost their bunkers, right? But the real branding professionals and the real professionals, guess where they went? LinkedIn. I know I was one of them. I was over there. I've been spending a lot more time on LinkedIn as well lately. LinkedIn has, I used to tell my good friend Cassandra all the time, I can't stand LinkedIn, but you know what? LinkedIn is where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be over there on LinkedIn because, I have this branding business and I help people in their brands. LinkedIn is definitely where I'm supposed to be. However, LinkedIn is quite boring. But what I've started to do, and I don't know if you guys do this, especially, I got some doctors in the room. If you guys are doing anything remotely that could help get some people some information that could help their lives better, you should be doing articles. Because let me tell y'all something about them. I know I'll be dropping some good stuff. Let me tell you something. Them articles, I started posting articles probably about 2 months ago, I think. Maybe a little bit before that, just because I be trying to try stuff out before I come tell y'all to go do it. But those articles have been so good at getting new engagement, getting people to see my stuff that, maybe they saw the pictures and they couldn't relate because they were guys. And I don't typically talk to guys, but when I post when I create articles, I've been getting, I think I had like a 400% increase with men alone, just with the articles that I posted this week. And I think I posted probably 2 or 3 this week. And so I just want to tell y'all something. Articles, yes. And LinkedIn Lives, that's where it is. Like, seriously. I typically do lives from here, which is StreamYard. I think I'm going to let StreamYard go, though. And I'm going to be honest with you, because you see how I be rolling around and stuff. But I'm not happy with the StreamYard experience like I used to be. And now that they have almost doubled their price, I know I'm not going to keep StreamYard going forward after January. I think I'm just going to go live on the respective platforms, and that'll just be that. Because you're not finna take my money and have me with a bad quality video. Okay, I'm a photographer. I can't be out here looking a mess on these video streets. Okay. Okay, but serious though, let me get back to the thing. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know a lot of people, they see certain things and they haven't really tapped into it yet. But definitely check out LinkedIn articles. Definitely start posting more on YouTube, because this is where I'll be. I didn't even go live on, I went live on Facebook earlier today just to share a little bit information about moving in a different direction, making sure they signed up for tonight's webinar and all of that, because people will see this after I'm in the bed turning over. But anyway, seriously, YouTube is where you need to be. Also, the rise of visual first decision making. Okay, consumers and business owners are influenced more by images now more than ever. Have you guys noticed that? When you start looking for people now, and I don't know if it's just the people that have been accustomed to me and the way I look at photography and things like that, but it's something about people that start hanging around me. They start looking at pictures and they start saying, oh, that branding does not match that message and all of this stuff. It happens, I'm telling you. So if you hang around me long enough, you're going to get that photographer's eye and you're going to start saying, nope, that's not right. Don't do it. But visuals and your images, those are the first things that people go to look at. I was looking at some people that I was calling and contacting today, because a lot of people in my area, they suffer from bad branding. And I'm like, you can't live in my city and have bad branding. And so I was calling people today, and guess what? People don't answer the phone. Y'all be wondering why you're missing your blessing. You're not answering your business phone. Why do you have a business phone if you're not going to answer the phone? You don't know what kind of blessing you missing out on not answering the phone. Now, granted, I know we've been all bombarded with all this political stuff the past couple of months. And, now that that's over, the spammers are back. And I know they calling from everybody's number, including the landline number that you thought somebody left back in Macon, Georgia. But I'm just saying, I know, I get it. But everybody is not a scammer. Okay, everybody ain't no spammer, and everybody is not. What's that lady name? Be trying to get you funding? I can't think of her name. Everybody is not her. Okay, I think her name is Emily. Emily called me about 10 times a day, asking me, do I need funding? And I know it is a pre-recorded message, and I know it's a spammer. Ma'am, please leave me alone. Please, Emily. Please, if you're listening, Emily, leave me alone. I don't want your funding. Okay, thank you. But I wanted you guys to understand that your high quality photography is so important. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a photographer. I'm saying that because people are judging you when you're in the bed at night. Because believe it or not, I have more people visiting my website between the hour of 11 a.m. to 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, Arizona time. Now, that says something. If you are in Arizona, like, why are you still up? And why are you on my website all time of night? That's when I get the most leads, all time of night. So I just thought that was really interesting to know that even when I'm not there, people are still looking, people are still judging, people are still making that split second decision on if they're going to do business with me based on what they see online of me. Because I've had people to say, "Oh, you're a photographer. My cousin is a photographer too." Like if we're at a networking event, and they'll say, "Oh, what's your Instagram?" And I give them, they be like, "Oh," or if I give them my marketing material, they be like, "Oh, I know that must be expensive." I had one girl to tell me, she said, "Girl, you expensive." I said, "It's all right, because I am the Rolls Royce of photography. So okay." And so she just laughed it out, but I was so serious. I've been telling people that for years, but look at me now. You know? And so I want you to think about your business in the same way. Like you have never seen a bad image of a Rolls Royce. You've never seen them show up with bad quality. First of all, you don't even see them marketing because they don't have to, because people like us, we gonna market for them. Just like Tesla. How many times have you seen a Tesla? And you know, I'm team Tesla. I love Tesla. Not team Elon, but team Tesla. But how many times have you seen a marketing of either one of those? You don't have to, because they have their people marketing for them. And even the people that are marketing, the content creators and all that, they create great product for them. So when you have a product that is tried, tested, and true, I don't care what nobody say about you. I don't care, because everything about your business, your brand, and your product is going to outlive what the negative people have to say about it. Okay. So you just keep doing it, keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, keep showing up authentically and being who you are. Also, I want you to look at, we talked about the trends a little bit, but I also want you to think about how when you're showing up authentic, it's going to lead to more conversions and higher paying clients. So case in point, I wish I would have created a nice presentation for you tonight, but it's okay. We're gonna have a good conversation anyway. So I have this client, and I know you guys probably have heard me tell her story before, but she flew here. I actually met her at a conference, and I showed her one of my little marketing foldouts, right? And she was blown away, first of all, by that, and also my magazine. So if you haven't seen my magazine, I have to show you guys, but I have my own magazine that I put my clients in. But anyway, I showed her that, and she was like, "Oh my God, can I have that?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Seriously, it feels so quiet." I said, "All I do is give you quality." So anyway, she ended up taking it back. And you know, you hear people say all the time, "Oh girl, I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna book a session with you, I'm gonna work with you, I'm gonna order something." And you just like, "Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Well, you know, I look forward to working with you." Or you try to set up a call with them and the call falls through. But this didn't happen with this client. Like she literally called me and she was like, "Angelia, I know you hear a lot." She texted me, I think the next day after the conference. She was like, "Angelia, I know you hear a lot of people saying that, you know, I'm going to call you, I'm going to book a session with you," and they never do. She's like, "But I just want you to know I'm serious." She's like, "I'm flying to you." I'm like, "Okay. All right. So we'll see." When she sent me the copy of that ticket, I was like, "Okay, this one is different. This one right here is different." Because like I said, you hear people saying it all the time, but people that actually take action, that are in business and that are serious about their brand, like that's a different kind of beast right there. And I love those type of clients, because one, they're going to follow my lead and they're going to let me help them to the best of my ability. They're not going to be here saying, "Oh, I don't like that, and that's ugly, and I ain't never had this, and I ain't never had," no. When I have those type of clients, even with her, like we ended up going on a shopping trip to help her to pick out the images that she the clothes that she wanted, because I wanted her to have a certain look. And she was like, "Angelia, I'm just going to trust your judgment. Whatever you say, we're going to do it." And that's what we did. We had an amazing experience. She actually had the luxury VIP edition, like I said, where she flew in, I picked her up, and it was all the amazing bells and whistles that you could even imagine is what she had. And so when we did her session, and we actually went to 2 locations, and we went to a location I've never taken any client to do her outdoor session, she was blown away. And she just could not believe the experience. And so when I got her session done and we wrapped up and she did the video, that video of her in that outfit with the blue and white on, if you go on my page, you'll see her name is Tracy. But Tracy was like a unicorn. And when I say a unicorn, she was like one of the easiest. And I have had some amazing clients, okay? And all of them are amazing on their own right. But the way Tracy took this serious, that made me want to look at things different in my business as well. And I'm like, okay, if this is the type of client that lights me up, makes me happy, because that's what you should be doing anyway. If you're not doing something that lights you up and make you happy about what you're doing and what you're bringing to this client's life, you shouldn't be doing it. Like, I don't want nobody else wasting another day on things that don't make them happy, because life is too short for that. Like, live your life and be happy about it. Okay. So I want clients like that. And I decided that day that I want to make a shift. I want to make a change in my business. And so when I sat down and I started thinking about, because they always say, oh, go write down the things that make you happy. What type of clients are your ideal clients? What do they look like? And so when I started writing all of that out, Tracy was like my avatar, right? So I built out, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I went and I built out my entire new target audience persona board, right? And so when I built that out, I was like, this is exactly what I want. And so when I built that out and I decided that was what I wanted, I started re-engineering my back end process. I started re-engineering how I talk to people, the people that I am communicating with, the people that, I bring in as my, not only my models, because sometimes I do work with models and I'll bring them in and I want to show them what the experience is like, because 9 times out of 10, even if they come in as a model, they typically buy, because they're so excited and they're so enamored with their experience and the photos at the end. So I built that out. And with me going into this new phase of where I'm only going to be working with established women in business, if you guys ever heard the memo, there it is, cat's out the bag. It's going to be established women in business, because when you work with people that know what they want, they're ready to take action. It's not a whole lot of headache. It's not a lot of back and forth. It's not a lot of, you feeling tired after an interaction with the client. And I'm not a therapist. I mean, I have some doctors in the room, but what I have experienced when I'm working with people that stress me to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, this phone call is finally over, I typically don't have to deal with clients like that, right? Because I do such a great job, and I have to pat myself on the back. I do such a great job of narrowing down prospects. Everybody is not going to be a fit for me, and I'm not a fit for everybody, and that's okay. But what happens when you get out of alignment and you try to bring people into the fold and make it mold around them so that you can get this client, so that you can make this sale, it becomes a headache. And you don't want to do that. Like, that is so stressful. Don't even do it. Like, for me, I will refund you in a minute if I see you're going to be a headache to me, because my life and my peace is so much more important than your dollar. Because I want you to be happy and I want me to be happy. But if you over here stressing me out and we haven't even gotten to the photo shoot, ma'am, no, ma'am, we're not doing it. I don't want it. Return to sender. I can't deal with that. So I want you to think about your business and your brand going forward the same way. Like, if there's something in your brand that you're dealing with in 2025, change today. You don't have to wait till 2025. Change today. I did. If it's something that no longer makes you happy, cut it out immediately. You deserve better than that. And I tell my clients that all the time, like, you deserve an elevated experience. And so you should have that when you leave me as well. So going forward, we're going to be talking more about that, how you can get the best out of your experience with your clients. That'll probably be next week's class or something like that. But I want you guys to really understand that you don't have to just put up with a whole bunch of crap. You don't deserve that. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Now, we all know that AI and automation impact on authentic personalities and authentic images has taken over. I remember in 2023 when I was in Ireland, and I remember we were talking about, the impact that AI was going to have on the future of photography. And I remember saying in that conference that people that would choose an AI image as their headshots would never be my clients because they don't value what I do. Not saying that they're bad people, but they don't value luxury photography. They don't value being photographed and having that experience and investing in their brand. They don't value that. They're okay with going into an app, getting an AI picture of themselves. And that's okay if that's what you want for you. But the clients that I typically deal with, they want authentically them. They want an authentic experience. They want to show up for themselves in their brand, and they want to show other people who they are and why they stand so proudly behind their brand. You cannot tell me that going online, getting an AI picture of yourself makes you feel good. You cannot make me believe that. You just can't. Because 9 times out of 10, that AI picture looks nothing like you anyway. Don't worry about it. Y'all gonna see it when y'all go back on social media. Y'all gonna see it. You're gonna see it and you can be like, girl, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, it throws me. And I think about, and I'm an AI girl. Like, I love AI. I love tech. But one thing I can tell you is this: be mindful about what you're putting in these apps with your face and likeness. Because we have all seen what AI can do when it gets into the wrong hands. You would be really upset if somebody created a video with your face and your image and all of that. And I think it did happen recently where somebody was trying to scam somebody out of some money because they used somebody's face because they had given the permission to use their face and their likeness. So please, 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 you ain't got to come do no photo shoot with me, but please be mindful when you're using these AI apps in your business and in your brand. Okay. All righty. So next thing I want to talk about, this is the interactive part, right? So I want you guys that are not using your phone, if you're looking at the video on your laptop, I want you to take your phone out and I want you to go into an incognito browser, and I want you to Google yourself and see what you find about your brand as somebody else, not as you, but just go look at it from somebody else's eyes. And I want you to think about one term, phrase, sentence that captures the essence of your brand and what it says about you. And I want you to put it in the comments. Because what I want to share with you is I have 2 things. Like I said, I have something, a freebie for the people that stick around to the end. And I'll put this in the chat. I don't know, for some reason, when I go from StreamYard and I put things in the chat, it does not show up on the respective platform. So I'm going to definitely go put the link in there at the end. But I have 2 things for you guys. One, the Elevated Brand Compass. That is it's a tool that you can use to actually refine your brand and your brand message. And also, I have something else for you guys. So for those of you that stick around to the end, I have something that's going to help you to align your business and your brand in 2025. Okay. And I think it's amazing because when I make stuff, I'm so excited about it. But I want you to think about your SMART goals, the specific, the measurable, the achievable, the relevant, and the time-bound things, time-sensitive things, however you like to phrase it. Think about what revenue, how much money you trying to make next year. Have you thought about that? If not, go ahead and start writing your Thrive number down. How many clients do you want to work with per month, per week, per year? For me, I'm taking off 6 weeks for, wow. See, that's what I'm saying. You have to be very, very, very intentional about what is showing up online for you. Because just for instance, what if you didn't want your information as a dentist out there, or a coach, or an author, or vice versa? Like whatever you didn't want out there, and it's out there and people are now contacting you for those services. That's why I tell people all the time, make sure you're properly branding so that when people that don't know you personally and they're looking for you, they can find out the real information that they need to know about you as well. Okay, your measurable goals. What metrics will indicate your progress? Have you thought about any type of measuring tool that you'll use to track your progress for next year? That will be really, really, really important to see where you are now versus where you're going to be or what you're planning to do next year. Have you created realistic goals? What about your resources? How are you using your resources to help you to get to the goal that you have in mind? Also, are your goals aligned with your brand vision? What is your brand vision for 2025? See? Exactly. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. So that's why I try to do the same thing, every once in a while, because I know with me being a speaker and me being on TV and all of these other guest appearances and on a podcast and all of these other things, people have a way of attaching things to you, right? You get attached to your family, you get attached to people you don't even know. Like they had me connected with some girl in a whole nother area of the United States that have nothing to do with me. Okay. So just make sure you're keeping an eye on that. And if there's anything that you want to have removed, a lot of times you can go to those respective websites. If it's like even if it's your personal information that may have gotten leaked out there, because that happens too, because we're always in a data breach with somebody. Because I think Experian owes us, or Equifax, one of them owe us some money right now because they breached our data. So if you're also go check for that. And I know this is not a credit class, but I used to tell my credit clients this because yes, I used to help people with their credit with my old business. Those of you that know me know Abundant Lifestyle Management. I used to tell my people all the time, go look and see what information the world has on you. It could be your phone number. It could be your home mailing address. It could be a lot of things that you may not want, any old crazy to find about you. So just be aware of the information that good old Google has. And a lot of times, like I said, if you contact Google or Bing, and check Bing too, not just Google, but check Bing and all Firefox, all the search engines, and see how you're being listed, what information is out there, because you want to protect your privacy as well. All right. Next thing, revenue goal for 2025. So for me, I don't know about you guys, but I already set my revenue goal for next year. And I have a desire to increase my bottom line by 25% in my first quarter. I don't know. I know that's a real aggressive approach, but I'm okay with that because I love it. And the way I look at it, I don't look at it like, oh my gosh, this is, 25%. How am I going to get there? You re-engineer the thought process of how you're going to get to your money goal, right? So for me, the way I look at it, I'll book 6 branding sessions. Boom. How am I going to do that? I'm going to connect with people. I'm going to network. I'm going to market. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to tell people about my business. I'm going to get in inboxes and have conversations with people that said that they were interested. Now, I'm not going to be out here praying and spraying and just cold pitching people and getting on people's nerves. We're not doing it. But what I am going to do is have a conversation with people that are interested in my services. And maybe they are interested and maybe they can't commit right now. It's okay. Do you know anybody else? Because the power of asking will take your brand to the next level. I'm telling you, all you got to do is ask. Just ask. All right. Visibility goals. So my goal is to get on I'm going to say in the first quarter, I plan to be on 4 more new stages by the first quarter. And I'm just telling y'all some goals so y'all can start getting some ideas and writing some stuff down that may resonate with you as I'm going through my part. And I also want to secure 2 new guest podcast spots as well. I want to be on somebody else's podcast. So, and you guys know I already host my own podcast, but I want to get on some more podcasts. I want to go talk and tell more people about my story and my brand and what I'm doing. And, my new venture that I just decided to start writing last night. And I'm so excited about it. I'll tell y'all about it later. But I want you to also think about how you can re-engineer your thought process to say, what you're looking to do, and think about an easier way to do it. So just say you have $1 million goal. Okay, cool. I got $1 million goal too. Guess how we're going to get there? We're going to re-engineer that thought process and the mindset about how. Don't look at the how. I mean, the way, the how. Don't look at that. Don't think about the how. Just think about the what. And I got this from my branding class that I was in early. But anyway, the way you re-engineer that $1 million goal is you just break it down. How many? What's your highest session? Right? If you have a session that's $5,000, how many can you take? That's not going to wear you out. That's not going to make you feel like you're burning out. That's not going to overwhelm you. How many of those a month you take? You break that down. Boom. Do you have any upsell add to that? If you have anything, just say you have an upsell for $1,500. Okay, boom. You can add the $1,500 onto it. Now you're at $6,500. So you do 4 or 5 of those a month. You are well on your way. And then just say if you have, like Dr. Quayle has a book, you can be in, speaking events, and you can ask them, hey, do you mind if I bring my book so I can sell my book? So now you have books that you can sell. You can also give them the QR code. They can purchase the book as they are, listening to you speak, because when I speak, I always have a good pitch deck available, honey. Now, today we don't have one. We have this little cute thing, but when I typically get on the stages, I always have a QR code for people to contact me, and I always have a way for people to purchase from me. So if you're going to be speaking anywhere, and if you are an author, if you have any type of merchandise, and if I could get my good friend Cassandra on somebody's stage with some of her merchandise, she gonna be a millionaire. Because one, her shirts feel like butter when you put them on your skin. Two, like, they are very inspirational. They're very motivational, because see, sometimes I be feeling day is a no day, because she has a shirt that I love so much called No, and it says that no is a complete sentence, and I love it. And sometimes you just need to put that on when you go in Walmart, not when you go in Target, but when you go into Walmart, sometimes you gotta put no is a complete sentence. And I'm just saying. So when you think about getting in rooms and places and spaces that can help you to take your brand to the, oh, you're welcome, take your brand to the next level. Like, that's something that you should definitely re-engineer. Even the events that you go to, even if you're going to do trade shows and things like that, I think that would be a great place to start telling people about your book, showing your book, and even partnering with people, because sometimes you can partner with people that have already bought a vendor spot. Now, granted, you want to check with the rules and see if it's okay for you guys to partner, but a lot of vendor events that they have locally, you can kind of sometimes partner with somebody, or you can share a space with somebody that has a complementary business. Like for me, I would share a space with somebody that has like a luxury boutique hotel. Like, if you guys haven't heard, one of my favorite places to go and just work is called the Global Ambassador. Now, the Global is real bougie. Okay. I love it because, one, you can go in there, you can meet people that are not only affluent, not only are you going to meet, some celebrities, some athletes and stuff, but you get, Michael Jordan was over there last week, y'all. I'm just saying. But I said all that to say this: where you're going, you can literally connect with people that will be a complementary business, and you guys can divide and conquer. Okay, so just think about collaboration opportunities. Think about how you can bring your brand into the fold with somebody else to help you both to go to the next level. And like I said, keep your numbers in mind and just re-engineer the process. You don't have to worry about making $1 million a month unless you're there. Now, if you at the level where you're ready to make $1 million a month, okay, but kudos to you and Jeff Bezos. But for those of us that are trying to get to the $1 million a year mark, like Grant, I want to be $1 million a month too. But when you get to the point where you're trying to make this $1 million a year, just re-engineer that thought process. Because if you sit there and you overthink about how you're going to get to it, you're going to burn yourself out immediately. Because what's going to happen when you keep overthinking it? You're not going to do it. So we're not going to do that in 25. Okay. Leave all of that in 24. But anyway, let's move on. All right. So we talked about the revenue goal. We talked about the visibility goal. I also want you guys to think about what your message is saying. Like, have you audited your message, your brand messaging? Is it still aligned with where you are now? Because let me tell you something, what I found. My mission statement that I created last year, And I think I redid it earlier, probably about a month or two ago. But the message statement that I had last year was no longer connected to who I am today. It was not. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do XYZ. And I was set it with my whole chest. But when I thought about it, I was like, I don't want to do that no more. That don't make me happy no more, because you outgrow things, and you don't have to be married to any one way of getting your business out there to the people. Okay, so I'm just saying, food for thought. Go back and audit your brand messaging, because sometimes you may be out of alignment with it, and then if you're still attracting people that are attracted to that message, you're going to be getting people that are out of alignment with where you're trying to go next. I'm just saying. All right, you want to make sure that your messaging is speaking to your ideal client. And when I say ideal client, I'm not just talking about somebody that can pay you. I'm talking about somebody that makes it a joy to work with, somebody that is happy to work with you. And it makes you happy to work with them. All righty. So next thing I want you guys to do, go and now this is the end of the year. I normally tell people this like at the very end of the year. Review your current images, your website copy. Is your website still saying what you want it to say? Is it still talking to the target audience that you had in mind? And your social media presence. Have you thought about what your brand is saying on all your platforms? Because now a lot of people have hopped on Threads, but we ain't doing nothing on there. Now me, honestly, when I get on Threads, I really get a lot of good responses and a good, community of people that identify with the messages that I say, and I need to do more on Threads. But what is your brand saying on LinkedIn? Is it the same thing that you want it to be saying to your target audience? If not, go ahead and change that. Instagram as well. And Lord knows we want to make sure YouTube is right, because YouTube is where the people are coming to see you. Okay, so make sure you have all your, it's almost like a triangle, right? Make sure you have who you are, what you do, and who you serve, and make sure you have all of that on all of your platforms, people. Please, thank you. Next thing, I want you to think about planning your content out, your marketing campaigns, so that when things pop up next year, you're ready. Me and my friend been trying to get this puppy appreciation week day. I don't know what it is no more, but we got to figure it out, because I want to do something for my baby Cody, because Cody getting ready to come out with some stuff on his own, and I want to make sure that we are launching that at the right time. We always miss it. We always say, oh, we're going to get it right this time. That's the one thing we can never get right, is that puppy week appreciation. I don't know if it's a month, day, or week now. I don't know, but we're gonna get it right, because we're gonna plan it out, and we're gonna put it in the master plan of marketing this year. But I want you guys to focus on consistency. Don't worry about burning yourself out posting on social media every day, because let me tell you what, it's gonna get you tired. Y'all wearing these VAs out. They so tired of y'all talking about posting every day. You don't have to post every day. Just make it consistent. If you're gonna post on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, if you're gonna do Tuesday and Thursday, just do. Some people post one time a week, and they are still killing it, because you know why? As long as you're posting something that's relevant to your target audience, you're getting the message out, you're getting the word out, and people can identify with what you're showing them, you're gonna be fine. So don't even worry about posting all of them times, because Adam done already told us you don't have to post every day. Do what works for you. And Adam is a dude that's over Instagram, if you didn't know who I was talking about. All right, schedule your campaigns for your major launches. For me, I have my coaching program. A lot of people don't know about the coaching program, but I do have coaching clients on the other side. All right, I can help you to pull everything together, get your business, your life, your brand. Like, seriously, I'm going to elevate you to the next level, and I'm going to be on your neck too. I don't play. Like, I'm kiki, and I'm fun, and I have a good time on the photography side. But when it comes to that coaching, I don't play. I'm an action taker. We don't play. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste your money, and I'm not going to waste mine. I am very, very, very serious on my coaching side, because if you have taken the time to invest in me as your coach, I'm going to take the time to invest in you and give you the very best that I have to give. I'm going to be like the girl I was when I was in corporate. I didn't play no games in corporate. I'm telling you. At any job that I had, I kiki, but I got the work done. But I'm telling you right now, on that coaching side, I'm telling y'all now, before you try to slide in my inbox, I'm like, oh my God, Angelia, how much you charge for coaching? Don't, because you're not gonna like me over there, because I'm not nice over there. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying I'm not going to let you play with your destiny. Not on my watch. I just can't. I can't afford to let you do that, especially if you hired me. Now, I'm going to give you my unsolicited advice every time. But if you pay me to be your coach, like, I'm going to be there and I'm going to show up for you and I'm going to do that. Okay. All right. I also want you guys to think about leveraging your storytelling. And when I say that, I mean sharing your personal wins. Like, how many books did you sell this week? Like, how many t-shirts did you sell this week? How many brands did you build this week? Like, what strategies did you use to, because a lot of time people are just looking to learn more about you. They don't want to just necessarily be all in your business, but share little things that, would help them to connect with you more. And I know I need to do more of that as well, because I have a lot of wins, and a lot of times I don't be wanting to share everything online, but I will start sharing more information online with the people that are interested in connecting with me. Also, you want to talk about your challenges. Like I talked about when I got on here. When I worked a 9 to 5, I was tired and I was burned out. Okay. I was sick of that job and I was sick of them people. I love the company. Love. When I say you love, I love every company I've ever worked for except them people with the Fifth Avenue. I didn't love them. Them people stressed me all the way out. I didn't like that. I used to go to work and cry in the car. You can ask my cousin. She will tell you. I used to go to work and say, oh my God, I hate this job. And I was really dramatic then. Y'all think I'm something now. Then, oh Lord, it was a mess. But anyway, I would cry in the car because I hated that job so much. So in 2025, we're not doing that. We don't like to do no more. If you don't like it, don't do it. Don't do it. Me, I don't like posting on social media every day. So guess what? I'm not going to do it. I just don't want to, because I don't have to. But I want you guys to share your challenges and how you were able to overcome them, and also start journaling, because I don't know about y'all, but I love journaling and it is so therapeutic to me. I've been doing it my entire life. If y'all could see the journals that I have, I am such a journal girl. I am a planner girl. And for those of you who don't know, I have my own planner, but I want you guys to think about how you can show up in your brand and feel like you and feel connected to your brand and show people how excited you are about your brand. Just like when I meet people at networking events and they ask me what I do, and I start telling them, and I get all excited and talking with my hands and talking about how I transform a woman in their brand, and they feel so beautiful and they light up and they cry when they see the back of the camera and they say, oh my gosh, you have a passion for what you do. I have never seen anybody light up when they talk about what they do. I said, it's because the people you're talking to are not connected with what they're doing. If you're not lighting up when somebody asks you about your brand, your business, and your baby, like your baby, that business is your baby. If you cannot get excited about that, you might be in the wrong field, my friend. Because for a long time, because let me tell you, and I don't know about other ethnicities, but as Black women, we have the tendency to be very good at doing a lot of things. You don't have to do them all, friend. Just pick something that makes you happy. And when you go hard in that one thing, it's going to take that money up. It's going to take you where you want to be. Don't keep burning yourself out doing a whole bunch of stuff. We know you a superwoman. We know. Because I'm one too. Sometimes you better, like my friend in Mississippi told me, she said, baby, sometimes you might have to take that superwoman cape off and put that moo-moo on and go to bed and get you some rest. Okay? So I want you guys to think about that. Like this week, next week, the rest of this year, like think about what makes you happy. Think about what lights you up. Think about what you could see yourself doing and it doesn't feel like work anymore, right? It's okay. It's okay to take time to just reset and refocus on what makes you happy. Like I was in this personal brand class, right? And it was like an 8-week class. And one thing my mentor kept asking us, and it didn't really sit well with my spirit at first, because certain cultures don't really sit down and ask their children, what do they want? So when she kept asking us, what do you want? And I was like, girl, I know what I want. But then she asked it another way. She was like, no, what do you want? And I was like, I don't know if I can answer that. Because sometimes you feel like you have everything going. And then when somebody comes in and say, no, but what do you want though? It makes you go back and think, do I have everything I want? Is there something else that could add to my life that I feel could be better? What does that look like for you? So that's your homework first. And I want you guys to sit down and like literally think about what you want, not just in business, but what do you want in life? Where do you want to go in this next phase of your life? What do you want to do in this next phase? Do you want to continue to be a coach? Do you want to continue to be a doctor? Do you want to continue to be a lawyer? Do you want to continue to be a real estate agent? Like, what do you want to do with your life? And who are you going to take along for the ride? Because everybody can't go. All right. All right. So, couple more things I wanted to share with you guys. So first of all, for those of you that hung out to the end, I just want y'all to know we're going to wrap this thing on up because I don't like keeping people over an hour. But I do want you to think about your objectives I'm going to do a little recap. Think about your objectives for Q1. Think about how you're going to prioritize your visibility. We want you to break down your goals and your monthly action steps. Okay. January, February, March. If you haven't already done that, go ahead and do that. Also, your weekly action checklist. Think about that. You're auditing your brand material, your notes, your social media, your website, and all of that stuff. And I want you to think about this as I step into 2025, all the exciting endeavors that I have that are available. What are they? That's what I want you to write out on your paper. What are they that you're going to be offering to your community going forward? Because I know y'all came out of this class with some stuff. All right. Okay. So let me go ahead and give you the freebie, and then it will be time for the moment everybody has been waiting on. So here is a little gift that I have for you guys for sticking around to the end. And make sure you go ahead and download that whenever you get a chance. Let me see, did it come through right? If it didn't, I'm going to put it back in there. So let me know if you can click on that link whenever you get a chance. Let me know in the comments. Put a number 2 if it downloads for you. If not, see me after class and I will send it to you. But the moment you have all been waiting for. Okay, perfect. So that's my little freebie for you guys. And I need to get a drum roll in the chat because I'm so excited about who this person is that's about to win. And all right, so here we go. I'm getting ready to run it. And I want it because y'all know I'm fancy, so I got to type it out. So hold on. Oh, I'm so excited. I just want you to know to whoever this is that wins the, whoever wins, I'm telling you right now, if you are not in the state of Arizona, you have 2 options. You can fly here or we're going to fly to you. Now, if we fly to you, you will have to pay for travel fees because I got to bring me and my team. Okay. But that's a small price to pay if you win. Or again, you can fly here to me and we can do all your beautiful branding here. So I am so excited. I need a drum roll. I'm so excited for you. Okay. All right. I'm getting ready to run it. And I'm going to do it. Okay. I figured it. Oh my gosh. So the winner of, first of all, let me just tell y'all this. I bet y'all like, girl, will you just tell me who won? First of all, I just want to tell y'all this. Thank you to everybody that signed up. Thank you to everybody that took the time to register. And for those of you that didn't sign up, I am so sorry because you missed out. So I'm going to download this so I can share it over here with you guys. Because I got two computers in here. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why, honey. But anyway, I just want you to know that this person that just won this is so deserving of this. Like, she 100% deserves this giveaway. But if you didn't win, like I said, I have a few things that I might have in my repertoire for you. But I'm so excited for this lady. Like, she deserves this more than anybody I have seen in a long time that is serious about their brand. And literally serious about, taking the steps to go to the next level. So as soon as this thing uploads, I'm going to share with you, do we have Dr. Quaylee in the house? Because she won. Congratulations, Dr. Quaylee. You won the Elevate Your Brand experience, and I am so proud of you. I cannot tell you how many times I have been on the fence and wanted something and just knew that I needed that, and it didn't come to me. I know for sure you will do well with this, and I'm emphasizing on this because there's a lot of people that apply for things, but they're not excited about it. Like, they just doing it because it's something to do right then. So I just want you to know that I am so proud of you for one, registering, for two, doing all the things, because it was a lot of stuff that I put on that list that had to be done. You had to be following me, you had to be subscribed to the channel, you had to register. And so I'm just grateful that you took the time and you did all the things, you checked all the boxes off, and you put yourself first. So I'm proud of you. And so I just want you to know, go ahead and get ready, because I will be contacting you so we can schedule your consultation. We can schedule your experience wherever you want that to be, my dear. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You won. Congratulations. And just go ahead and get ready, because we are going to create an amazing rebrand for you. And my heart is so full for you. And Merry Christmas, because you literally just got a $10,000 Christmas gift from Angelia Malbrew Photography and the Elevated brand. So I just want to say, you're so welcome. So thank you so much for entering, and thank you guys for joining me tonight. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the chat. I have a few more minutes before y'all nephew come in here and start scratching on the door and telling me it's time for whatever he got planned, because my baby had some new food yesterday and it has not been good to him. So we're gonna have to have a conversation with them people about my baby being sick. Okay. So unless you have any questions about anything about the Elevate Your Brand Compass, you'll find out more about that in the download. If you have any questions about anything of planning, speaking, anything that I'm doing, like, please let me know. Feel free to reach out to me outside of this Zoom masterclass. We ain't on Zoom tonight. We on YouTube. Outside of, I told y'all, it's like clockwork. He at the door scratching. But anyway, Dr. Quaylee, I am so proud of you, and I will go ahead and wrap this thing on up. I will reach out to you personally. So congratulations. Thank you guys for sticking around with me tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the masterclass tonight, because we went over so many things about planning and going to the next level of your brand and your business. And thank you guys so much for being a part of this movement. I love y'all so much with my whole heart, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, good night.